Oh, we can play. Oh my god. Because I do love Valorant. Should we watch Sean Garris's video? If you guys don't know, YouTube, if you guys don't know, Sean Garris is a content creator, team manager slash owner, maybe. I actually don't know if he's a manager. I think he coaches still, maybe. But Sean Garris is in the Valorant scene, and recently he's been doing an investigation on the crypto throwing and match fixing of competitive Valorant for the VCT tier 2 scene. And yeah, if you guys don't know the situation already, I'll let him explain it in the video. But YouTube, if you guys like the video, please hit me with a like, and then also subscribe. Anyways, let's get to it.
Throw a single game, while these people are also profiting hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on how long.
I literally cannot hear. What did you say?
The tier 2 Valorant scene has been corrupted, rotten to the core. Underground gambling rings are targeting vulnerable, inexperienced, desperate players to throw matches and to cheat. They're offering sometimes literal children, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, life-changing money, tens of thousands of dollars for a single game, just to throw a single game, while these people are also profiting.
I quite literally had to press in my earbuds to hear him.
Hundreds
Who
of
edited
of
this? Tell me Sean Garris did not edit this, because
or how far it truly extends.
Oh my god, Sean, you're a content creator.
It's likely to be millions by this point.
You should know.
This is literally the kind of scandal that could kill competitive gaming in Valorant. It started when I investigated 2 people. Let's zoom out for a quick second. For those of you who don't follow professional competitive Valorant, you might be wondering, what even is tier 2 Valorant? We'll start with tier 1, right? This is VCT, the professional leagues, and we've got a few of those, right? We have VCT China, Pacific, EMEA for Europe. We have VCT Americas, which encompasses, all of NA, LATAM, and Brazil. Now, tier 2,
I think, okay, we don't really need to know this. I'm gonna skip this, because if you guys don't know all about tier 2 Valorant by now, it's just basically it's college basketball before the NBA, basically, but a little worse and not as popular and not as promising, if you understand what that means. Anyways,
challengers, and follow. He is the guy that's reaching out to everyone, and this right here, this is what his Twitter looked like. Well, at least for last week, before he deleted a lot of the incriminating.
Ray, one of one. I trade here. I hate. Oh my god, I hate that. Like one of one. I forgot which rapper it is, but oh my god.
The evidence.
Young and Turned, by the way, is his
pretty much everyone in the tier 2 scene. You can only see about 50 people deep. You can even see, several that I found that were following back before people started realizing that I was onto this whole thing. These days, you're not going to see any of that, right? It's pretty much all.
He's a Shay lover. Oh man. Oh man. Wait, what's a pin? I have no sympathy for people who don't work hard. I don't care if you live or die.
Wiped clean. Thanks to some very amazing people that reached out to me, though.
And he's edgy.
Behind the scenes, we actually have evidence of Bray reaching out to at least 4 different players to fix matches. So Teague, who currently plays for Landor, and Fracto, who's on Burger Boys, have actually helped me quite a bit in this investigation. And they deserve all the praise in the world for doing that. I'm really hoping the community takes care of these too. I'm working with them actively to craft conversations in their DMs. And these are how our conversations with Bray went. So here you can see, this is how Bray opened up the conversation with Practo, right? Showing and flaunting these.
Burger Boys. 2-0, 2-0. 15K.
Burger Boys bets against Blue Otter. Drops all 3 of the 10 grand bets for a 2-0 for Burger Boys to beat Blue Otter and says, "Thank you, Practo. Love you." And then Practo says, jokingly back, "I got you, bro. This time only, though." This is Practo joking completely, by the way, up top. And then that's when Bray takes over and says, "Yo, Practo, you got Discord? Add me, twin. I'm always here. Just saying, you can make a mill at 19.
His name is
Yo, T, let's make 100K each in your next game. What's your Discord? I got 20K for you." Imagine you're one of these young kids who don't have a salary, and this gem enters
I know
from there.
I know my name is Bandit Bacchus. I don't really have room to talk, but like, at least I know I'm cringe. This guy probably takes himself very serious.
He'll actually take it over to Discord, where you can see Bray starts off, "Sup, G? Landor have any games coming up?" Maybe Challenge is kind of dead at the moment with playoffs starting soon, so we don't have any VCL matches till July. Split 3, July 4, right? What I do is pay Challenger players. For example, I'll send a bet slip real quick. Hold on. So when you have a close game, for example, you're playing a good team, I'll pay you 20K to underperform. 10 before the game and 10 after the game. If the odds are good, I can get you 30 for a game. I don't want to get cut for playing poorly since I did shit last split. But is there any way to do it and win? And Bray says, "We have streamer accounts on multiple sports books. So that's how we can bet 6 figures plus."
I know some of you bitches would take that money easily, and I can't blame you, okay? But some of y'all got no integrity, okay?
On Challenger games. And that's the secret sauce right there. And that's a big takeaway, is these streamer accounts for me, on the betting sites are how these guys are capable of even dropping bets this big on Challenger games.
Like,
and Bray says, "Nah, LOL," to take T's message. But if it's like a close game 50-50, you're playing a good team, it wouldn't look crazy if you had an unlucky game. You feel me? Or just to get Deeg one tapped on their eco round. Yeah, I get what you mean. Like subtle shit that makes a difference in the round, but not to most watching it. Yeah, you know what I mean. Can bet maps too. So if you play bad for one map, or I just said throw an eco round accidentally on map 1, so you could just shit the bed one map and still win and make money. And Bray says, "Yes, we should lock in for real. We will speak more about numbers and shit, about maps when odds come out for your games." Everything makes sense now. There was some crazy upsets this split. Motherfuckers were getting their bags. And Bray goes, "Yeah, bro. Fucking like Prosperity Esports in Burger Boys and shit." Bam. And just like that, 2 of them found. Thank you so much, Bray. Bray on May 14th to Teak. It's ready for you when you want it. This guy.
I can't even lie. This is big boy money, but god damn, how did none of the, like, you know how it kind of makes me wonder how, like, because this is not good for the, is this good for like the casino, the like the people who are having to pay out the money? Because I couldn't imagine these bets being good for the casino because they have to pay this guy. So he's fucking the Valorant scene. He's fucking like the dealers. He's fucking the man. I don't even know. Hey man. He's just getting into his bag, but oh my lord, you created enemies, bruh. Oh my lord. And I think you could. I'm pretty sure you can go to jail for this.
Literally put Teague's wallet and 20 grand ready to to Teague. And this is what he's constantly enticing you, right? He's not leaving these leads dead. And you can see, yeah, I understand. I work with a few Valorant players at the moment, and this is on May 1st. I hid the team for privacy reasons, but let me know if you want to run up a fucking bag together. And he flaunts this right here bet. Holy shit.
Practo says, "Can you give me some details before? Not to be rude, but you are just a complete stranger and I just want to know what I'm getting into." Yeah, 100%. Understand, bro. LMAO. I work with a few Val players at the moment. I hid the team for privacy reasons, of course. LMAO, but let me know if you want to run up a fucking bag together. Holy shit. 200. Is that really 230?
The payout for this, $230,188.10. This guy placed a bet not on the series, but on map 2 when a team was winning 5-3. That's how you read this. So he's going to get 1.72 times what this number is, which is what he staked up. And he's betting at a time of the series where it was 1-0, the second map, and the score was 5-3. And
gotta give it to him, man.
Do you know anyone else that would be interested?
He got to his bag.
I'll cut you in profit, obviously. I mean, it doesn't even have to be that.
I could not even imagine putting up 100K. I couldn't even imagine, like, I don't even know how people get into gambling. I'm not even gonna cap, because like 100K, if I see 100K and I don't even know if I'm gonna get it back, what the
the specific person's doing. You just have to refer a friend. No. You get a signing bonus. Everything is anonymous, and you will make minimum 5 figures per game. Please delete messages. Whenever you want to be driving a Lambo, you know the guy to go to. And then he hits him up again on the 19th. I am recording this on the 21st. This guy is still messaging people. And this is regarding the playoffs of North American Challengers. Even though he knows I know. He knows I know. He literally has a clip talking about me to my players. He's playing ranked to this day on Riot Game servers.
Yo, Paint, how do you feel about the current stage of
Let's end our misery.
I think, honestly, it's in a really bad state.
Sean Garrett thinks the same thing.
But I think I can understand people's reasonings behind what they do, because it was already in a bad state beforehand.
Not really helping the community.
He's offering $50,000 for this game. $40,000 guaranteed. $40,000 to lose map 1. And I'm gonna bet Burger Boys money line for 20K. Just for fun. Just for fun though, just for funsies. When down 1-0. And he does this to change the odds, right? Those live odds, you can bet live in the game. That's how sinister this really is. Let me know ASAP. And Practo responds shortly after. I'm good, thanks for the offer though. And you can see as the conversation progresses here, if the players get a little finicky, they get worried. Bray literally tells them, delete all these messages. You don't need to keep this here. Let's move our messages to Telegram. No one's gonna catch us there. This is the message that you'll see a lot. Everything's going on.
What's your T? He didn't even say what. He said, "Where's your DG?" Where's your DG? Everything going on crazy right now. Laughing emoji. Let's move combos to Telegram. Where's your DG? What the fuck is even Telegram? Like, I've never used Telegram, bro. Why Telegram? Like, what does it even offer? Like, what? Isn't it just a messaging app? Whatever.
On is crazy right now. Let's move combos to Telegram. So he's moving everything to Telegram, and this is May 16th, just days after Riot started their investigation. And this is what I was fearful of. The second these guys know that you're onto them, whoop, everything is gone. Nothing is left, no proof of anything. And if you didn't record it, you're too late. And these people are a little bit scared, right? If I get caught doing this, I'm gonna lose my livelihood. You know, I could lose all of this time I sunk in. So you're worried about getting leaked? Just DM me on Telegram, this encrypted.
Young, rich. Tell me, like, he has to know it's like. Tell me he's not taking himself seriously. Like, tell me he knows this sounds cringe. Like, this guy, he has to realize this sounds like stupid and cringe, right? Young, rich, and successful.
Peer-to-peer chat messaging program where, you know, we can talk there about throwing this game and cryptocurrency and how untraceable it could be.
Oh, is that a crypto
it is
art
very
too?
difficult to catch
What
this.
Those?
Just because the Discord messages
really
are empty doesn't mean anything.
Like those PNG crypto thingies.
I've seen it back in the iBuyPower days where
iBuyPower. Oh my god! I was literally like, I was in middle. No, I think I was in freshman year when iBuyPower. I don't remember what. When was the iBuyPower situation? I was either in middle school or freshman of high school when iBuyPower threw. This scandal should have terrified any pro player who wants to match, fix, or any sort of crypto throwing or anything. But guess what? Somehow it's still like an issue. I don't understand how people look at other situations and go like, oh, I can do it better. Bro, why? You're always gonna get caught at one point. Stop. And it's also just like, if you care about the thing that you're trying to grow in, why would you ruin it more? You know what I mean? If you care about the scene that you're in, why would you try, like, if you want to blossom in Valorant content creation or pro gaming, why the hell would you try to ruin it more with match fixing? Like, I don't get it. I get the money part because, like, holy shit, that's a lot of money. But, like, there's also a part of, if you believe in yourself fully and don't cheat your way. You know what? You know what I mean? Like, come on. And, like, did you really think you're not gonna get caught? Like, come on.
Players denied it for months and months and months, and, you know, dragged the community through the mud. And it wasn't until a leaked text message from an ex-girlfriend where it all came crumbling down. It's hard to believe that a lot of the from an ex-girlfriend where it all came through the mud. And it wasn't until a leaked text message from an
I didn't even realize that the only way they found out was through an
ex-girlfriend where it all came crumbling down. It's hard to believe that a lot of these people just had conversations die out when I see how this guy's treated convos with Practo and Teague. Just constantly keep going, keep asking, prodding. That's gonna bring us into our next part. That's how the conversation goes, but truthfully, people like Bray are also connected to crypto groups. And those groups are connected and run by people like this guy, Cooker Flips. And
starting in April, I'll be giving away free SOL and monthlies every. I don't know what SOL is. Probably something to do with crypto or something, but no idea what SOL is. Every week on Twitter and Twitch, like, retweet and comment on this tweet to be eligible. Cooker Flips and Pastel Alpha want to join Pastel Trade with me? Discord.gg.
He is the founder of Pastel Alpha, which is a crypto trading group where they give people suggestions on like what cryptocurrencies to buy. In my experience, I've been in crypto for quite a while. These types of groups lose you money because the people running the groups are the first to buy crypto, and if you buy first and you dump on the guy that buys second, well, that guy's stuck holding your bag and then needs to get someone to buy at a higher price than he bought in. So the people that often start these groups have a lot of purchasing power. They'll buy heavy into the crypto ahead of time, a lot of purchasing power. Again.
So I kind of just went past my brain. He's betting put is at 88 at ATHs in a bear market thanks to Pastel. Calm down, only took 3 bets, only lost 300 on the other one.
The people that often start these groups have a lot of purchasing power. They'll buy heavy into the crypto ahead of time at very low cost, and then when you come into the group and get the suggestion, they're looking for the chart to bump up. They can then kind of slightly sell off onto you, and then you're left holding the bag. I don't really have insight into
Team Liquid, Shopify Rebellion for esports. Oops. Interesting.
They're a crypto group, but I do know that this guy has made some serious bets on these
Burger Boys. Yo, Burger Boys are
challenger games. Some serious bets on Burger Boys of all teams. Wow, that is surprising.
Yeah, bro,
and what do you know? They're actually playing Blue Otter. That's the team that Fair plays for. So wow, this is so coincidental. And what do you know? He put 30 grand on this game. Holy moly. And also a 2-0, 30 grand. He must have felt really confident about that one. So looking through what's left of some of the stuff on Cooker's profile, you can see a little bit of how
I feel like if Sean Garris had just a little bit more like of that crazy factor, oh my god, this would be such a more interesting video. But he's breaking it down so like detailed. Like I'm getting like nothing to you, Sean Garris. I love you. I think you've been a legend in the Valorant scene for a while, so all respect to you. But oh my lord,
how this guy operates, right?
It feels like I'm watching like a school lecture breakdown.
What's gonna happen here, and what you're gonna notice is he actually has some legitimate
loss. Where's his legitimate though? On the like tier 1 scene? Or
bets. And what that's all about is,
or are these all legitimate? Legitimate. This might be all legitimate. I can't even tell.
Please just wash in the money. Think Breaking Bad Walter White and the car wash, right? This guy's trying to take this illegitimate money that is only coming in from challenger games and make it look like he's also making money on other things. Because if you only made millions of dollars on challenger games and you didn't also, lose some on coin flippy VCT games that you're just kind of guessing on, well, then it would look really weird. I speculate that he's kind of washing some of this money, but you can see his profit margins have just got insane in some of it. He's just giving money away all of a sudden on Twitter. Everyone's getting giveaways, and this is an expense for him because he's building his brand, actually. So with free money that he's getting from challenger games. He did bet here on Prosperity, and we do know a thing or two about Prosperity according to my boy Bray, so that's interesting. They beat our team. You might notice that he has some notable followers, such as Josh RT. And when I saw this, I couldn't believe it, right? I was like, why is Josh following this guy? And so I did indeed get Josh in a call, and I am pretty happy to say I'm fairly confident Josh RT is actually very unlucky in this whole thing, right? They basically reached out and they tried to give him free access to the crypto group. They said it's a very expensive service, and they use him as almost kind of like an advertising method.
Advertisement. Oh, I see.
So right here, you can see him.
I see. It's the shit.
Flaunting his open DMs on the stream, live for everyone to see.
What rank am I in Val? I'm at.
You said you play Val. What rank are you? Xeno Val. Holy, what am I looking at here? Is this all like? Is this like, what the fuck? Is this crypto? What the fuck?
Yes. I think I'm like silver or bronze. I don't play Val, like seriously.
I don't play Val.
I don't have time to play, I don't have time to put any effort into these games anymore. Like, no point.
No point. I mean, silver, bronze, doesn't really fucking matter. This guy is just a savant when it comes to picking NA Challenger games. Coin flippy ones too on the underdogs. He loves the underdogs.
That is true. Like, if you hear a silver player making bets and making, I don't know, probably millions. He won like 200 something K, won a few 10Ks. I don't know, probably over like 500K at this point, right? He probably won over 500K in earnings. So if you hear a silver something player just like actual gamba, like, you're not gonna believe it, because he has no idea what he's betting in. It's like if I just randomly start betting in, I don't know, cricket and won millions in like 3-4 matches because I felt so confident in one thing. Like,
it's like that.
Just like
IQ bell curve.
I don't even know how he got away with it for so long, but
left, he's like on the right side with the geniuses.
Because shouldn't the casinos really see this shit? Like,
why are they betting tens of thousands of dollars on tier 2 Valorant matches when you're bronze and silver? Yeah, why? You don't understand the game, and you don't even have time to play. Well, I think we know why.
I feel like this casino or like the whatever
Valorant used to have a lot of money in its peak. At its peak, around like 2020, you know, early quarantine days to 2022, there were so many orgs. And to show that, you can actually go to the subreddit. These are some of the orgs that we've lost since franchising. That is a lot of logos. I am literally getting nerd chills looking at this. These are teams that I co-streamed, I casted when I was a caster, orgs that paid serious salaries and have great backing. As you go on, there's just less and less paying opportunities in this space. And what that does is it creates an absolute vacuum of what these guys just sunk in thousands of hours to get paid for. You learned how to be a pro gamer in Valorant, and now there's no money in the scene. And you might miss out on a lot of opportunities in those years that you were doing that. You might have put a relationship on hold. You might have put school on hold. You might have put an important job on hold. You took huge risks thinking that the scene would be what it was, because why wouldn't it at least look somewhat like that? Especially with VCT coming around the corner, right? I mean, VCT's only been around for like 2 years, but the presence of VCT and how all those challenger orgs were trying to get to VCT, once they realized the difficulty and challengers of making it, the actual likelihood of that one team that ascends per region, and just the likelihood of your challenger team doing that.
Take this as a compliment, Sean Garris, but your voice is so calming. It is so like utterly calming that I'm like, it is right now 3:29 a.m. So maybe it's my fault for watching it at 3:29 a.m. But holy fuck, your voice is so calming. I'm like getting so drowsy.
Holy, it's rough. Obviously, at
really
this tier 2 level, a feeder league, it's a pillar that's required in any kind of sport, right? Think of like collegiate basketball, collegiate football, anything like that. In traditional sports, they all have these type of circuits to feed up into the pro league, where people are taken care of in the lower leagues. That is no longer the case in Valorant, and it's created this vacuum. The veterans that got used to that money are now desperate, right? You've created a lifestyle around expecting that kind of income. You might be locked into some kind of apartment lease. You might be living a lifestyle with a partner that you can no longer live at all because you can't even get paid, period. And the young, inexperienced talent, the pros who haven't really learned their lesson, they're the ones being targeted the most. People like Bray now have you by the balls, though. If you throw that one game, if you listen to him, you are then on the hook. I don't know what he's going to ask you to do in the future, but to think that blackmail isn't an option for these guys is very naive. If they're going to run a criminal ring in cryptocurrency on Telegram and make hundreds of thousands of dollars, which they could go to prison.
That's also another thing. Like, why would you do it and then have like your balls grabbed? Like, I don't want my balls grabbed. Like deadass, like I don't want you to have any, like I don't want any human to have any like leverage over me. Like, why would you ever want to do this shit? Like, the money is great and all, but like, God, man, believe in yourself. Do it the legit way. How about that? Please, please, please.
For, why would they not ask you to cheat in a game? They don't care about the game. Cooker doesn't even play the game. He doesn't have time, he says. It doesn't make sense. Bray, I mean, at least he plays the game a good bit, right? We're lucky enough to find him in real ranked matches. Look at his tracker. We can go back to...
He's immortal too.
Let's see.
V25 Act 3. Immortal 2. Damn. You think he yeah, I'm not gonna. Let me see. 1.24, 282. I thought he was silver.
Performance right here. And you can see about when.
Oh my god. Oh, he's not actually a fucking immortal player. So you're telling me in...
I don't know. Maybe Bray got some aim training or something. Like,
yeah, wait, what?
About when? I don't know. Maybe Bray got some aim training or something.
What is...
Look at this.
Win percentage. 5.5 hours. 100% win percentage? 5.6 hours, that's not a lot. I can't tell what that means. I can't really tell what that means. 60 headshot percentage. 20 something, 28. Okay, wait. Oop, shit. Oh, fuck. There we go. Oopsies. I'm trying to see, like... Okay. Shit headshot. Randomly 46.3%. He just jumped so high into a 75% win rate.
I don't know. Maybe Bray got some aim training or something.
I can't tell about all these hours, but look at this. He spent 20 hours. Dog shit. Dog shit stats. I'm not gonna lie. That's like my stats, to be honest. 81 hours. I don't know.
Look at this win percentage jump up from mid-30s down here. Episode 7, Act 1. This guy came back, got a 75% win rate. Bro almost tripled his headshot percentage. I mean, this was my win percentage on Neon. I think I might main Neon, but...
85% win percentage on Neon.
You do you, Bray. You're doing great out there. But what happens when the odds and the payouts on betting sites are on the other end? And now you have to win. One of you might just cheat. And that's how we come to our boy fair. And here we have May 13th. Just 2 days before.
Adam Fair. We have recently been made aware of suspicious gameplay in recent competition during the blah blah blah. More specifically, evidence enclosed. Based on the information received, we intend to do our due diligence to ensure we understand the full details and extent of your personal account of the incidents. We invite you to provide us with a written statement and any relevant evidence to Compliance America Esports at riotgames.com by Wednesday, May 14th, 2025 at 3 p.m. PST. If you If you fail to provide your statement by the above mentioned deadline, Riot Games will continue to review the matter based on the information in its possession. We request that you refrain from disclosing any information relating to this matter, including this letter and all related correspondence. Failure to adhere to this request will directly violate Riot's global code of conduct and may lead to further oh my god, I was doing so well. Disciplinary action. Sincerely, Riot Games Esports Compliance Americas.
If you remember when Bray said things are getting weird and we gotta move to Telegram, you might be wondering, how did the guy that reported Fair for cheating end up with the statement for Fair cheating? And that's a good question. Maybe for another day, but you know, it obviously got back to Bray. And you could see right here, I mean, it's just a request to send in information, and Riot earmarked several of the rounds that we will now look at. Buckle up. This is where things get a little bit fun. I'm sure a common question is going to be, how did I stumble into this? Truthfully, it all started with that.
Yeah, boy. Sean Gears works out. Let me sit straight and then pop my. I can't be completely mugged by Sean Gears. What the fuck? Oh my gosh, Sean, what the frick? Do I look big, boys? Do I look big? Does it look big? Do I look big? Okay, I gotta sit a little further, maybe. Like this? Right here? Yeah? Maybe I'll do a little bit of push-ups and arm workouts. I gotta look, you know, hold on, I got you guys. Do I look massive, huge? I'm on a little bulk. God damn it. Sean Gears is actually mugging the fuck out of me. God damn, Sean, you mugged the fuck out of me, man. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god.
That loss against Blue Water, I don't know, it didn't sit well with me when I signed off the coach.
I'm just gonna sit like this for now.
I went back that night and I rewatched the VODs. I have rarely in my career, I can't even remember times where I've got out of a game and I thought the other team was cheating in some kind of way. I believe it to be a loser mentality, and it will hinder growth in any kind of competitive sport. So I try not to cope and use these things as excuses. And honestly, I don't think I ever have in my whole career. But this match was different. I was very confident. The coaches were very confident coming into this match. And I'm looking at this and I just couldn't believe it all. Like, this team caught so many timings and they beat our team, who came into this match very, very prepared.
Video? Oh my fucking god. It's 57. Okay, we might end it early, but let's watch.
Honestly, I'm super prepared for a lot of the stuff Fair ended up doing.
I'll try my best to not keep
he just caught immaculate timings across the map. Took space in ways that...
One more. At least I'm not completely stealing his content. I'm actually reacting and making my own content, right? Come on.
But I've never seen anyone take space while using zero utility. So that's when I decided, okay, I have to dive into this, Blue Otter game against Burger Boys. What I'm about to show you is bizarre.
Australia.
Now, what you're going to notice here is Bob over here at Dish.
It doesn't sound like
it.
It just looks like, I don't know.
Absolutely send it.
Well,
I don't know if I've seen anyone do this. She runs it down and drones from this aggressive spot.
Okay. A protocol. Okay, I'm just gonna say, typical game strat, right? 4 here, 1 here, watching site, it's fine, right? We want Breach, we want Vice to flash Arcade, this probably over here to flash So you flash and stun, or you stun first, she flashes, you flash again maybe, behind Raze satchels in, and goes for a multi-kill frag, being followed up by Brim doesn't really move, he can, but if she sees multiple, she's followed up by Vice and Brim, and then Taeho plays exits, so he should play this wall. That's essentially what should happen in this game plan, but
the stealth drone on Taeho. Now, this drone is seen by everyone. You know, it sees the Cypher, it sees people in the deep lines, and so you would think...
Oh, I guess she spots one. If she spots one, Vice flashes, Breach stuns, Raze pops out, kills multiple, blah, blah, blah.
That Bob solo dish and no one around to push would just respect that and let it go. No, not at all. Bob sends it. The gun isn't even out.
Wait, for both Raze and...
When you look at Bob,
no, let's watch the Raze
Bob
too.
Sends
Raze has a knife out and dies to...
Isn't even out when you look at Bob through the wall. And on your screen, that's fair. I just watched this one round and I couldn't even believe it.
Look at Neon. Why do you have your... Oh my God. I'm confused. What was the comms in this? Because why does even Raze have his knife out? You would look at fucking Taeho. Look at what Raze is doing.
I mean, this looks absurd. Absurd. And so again, at this point, I'm pretty interested. It keeps getting crazier. Round 6. Again, they're just sending it. They're just sending it. Let knife out. Like, what? You're playing against a Breach, Taeho, Neon. I mean, this is insane. Why are they not counter-utiling, is what I'm thinking. So, they're just sitting here. I mean, Bob hits some miraculous shots, I'm not going to lie, to get those 2 kills. But then you keep watching, and you can see, even though there's a neural theft, even though 3 people were spotted, or I'm sorry, 2 to get the...
He had to get the kill.
Why are they not counter-utiling, is what I'm thinking.
This.
So...
He has to use okay, gets one. He has to go for the second because it looks stupidly suspicious.
Some miraculous shots, I'm not going to lie, to get those 2 kills. But then you keep watching,
still bad.
And you can see,
I don't know.
Even though there's a neural theft, even though 3 people were spotted, or I'm sorry, 2 extra people were spotted dish, they end up getting that kill on Zeke, who into them. But if you watch Brimstone, watch Zoe Stoll, running with knife out right now. So they get the spike, running knife out. The gun isn't even out. Now, that is crazy. That's crazy. I'm just baffled at this point. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. And this is when I started to realize I don't even think this is a one-person thing anymore. Bob in A main, I'm not even sure what Bob's doing here. Truthfully, like maybe changing the angle of her jiggle, but there's no support. And they're playing a Neon that could run her down. And, I mean, watch how this plays out. I mean, so she jiggles out wide, immediately gets stunned, peeks out, dies. This guy peeks out, dies. And, you know, the round's literally just over. This ult is...
Yeah,
And, I mean,
so
watch how
this
this plays
solo
out.
play for Bob.
I mean... So she jiggles out wide, immediately gets stunned, peeks out.
Yeah, it's just... I mean, I can see this happening in like a ranked match. But like, in a fucking pro match, yeah, no. This is genuinely like... I don't know, what do the casters even say about this? Do they even like... say, whoa, why do they...
You know, the round's literally just over.
You know, like,
this
because casters should have an idea of how the game works, but...
There's no way that this feels like a good idea. And then the next part of the play is even more wild. So he goes for the Neon, which obviously is just going to run away and live. Even though the Neon had 1 HP, he boom bots through the smoke to give away his spot. Now look at where these other 2 players are here.
Looking.
Do you think those players can trade? Do you think those players could do anything?
No, I don't, Sean Garris. Oh my.
Now this is the guy that was insta-killing everyone on my team. It doesn't even look like the same person right now. This looks like the same person took horse tranquilizers. Then we get to round 18. I mean, things are getting a little close, so it would be kind of crazy if they won this round and got to 9-9 because they do have to win 2-0. So we are in crunch time right now. We must lose, but we have some good util in this comp. So what are we going to do? Well, we can't make it too obvious. We're going to satchel in. We're going to plant immediately. We're going to fake. We're going to kill this Cypher. Spike goes down. Now this is where things get absolutely insane. Now they have 3 power ults here. Zeke, the Breach, decided it would be an incredible idea to run out of main right here.
Breach dies for no reason.
And just
has ult.
Shoot his classic and die. Fair plants. And honestly, it has a decent idea.
She didn't die. So if she was throwing, wouldn't she want to die to the Tahoe thing and say, "Oh, I couldn't escape it," but like make it look a little bit believable? Like, I guess you can't really make that look believable. So I guess she couldn't. But it's like,
yeah, for what would be called like a zoning alt in pro play. I actually don't feel like Fair's play in this particular scenario is horrible at the pro level, you know.
One day we're gonna do a mod. We're gonna do like mod recruiting for Twitch and stuff. But sorry.
Pulling the ult out to stop the insta flood, giving some time on the post for your teammates to reposition.
Goddamn.
Also, not a bad ult to shoot. If Practo wasn't full HP, this is a kill. So
yeah, I mean,
hits Practo very low. Now you might be wondering, how do they lose this post plant with all of this utility? How do they do it? It's almost like you can't even defuse the spike if these guys just layer their utility properly. So let's see. Here we go. We have the Brim Molly landing. Oh, that'll shave off quite a bit of time. The Boombot comes out. That makes him, aware that no one's coming from this side, so he can watch the other side. It's pretty normal.
Okay.
Normal. You have Bob playing deep with Teo ult. Okay, we have double ult still. It's kind of crazy. The tap comes in. The Teo ult happens. You can see Fair now ignoring Arcade. Okay, gets killed in the side of the head. Now they immediately Brim ult without waiting for the next tap. I mean, you can even see where the Teo ult is right there. Yeah, if this happened in a vacuum, I would be inclined to believe that it was an accident. And if also it happened to a team that, hasn't had players playing challengers for multiple seasons now, I would think, okay, maybe that's an accident. But again, we have to just keep seeing it,
Ooh, I see. Okay. So, okay. That's dumb to do because you want to expand the time and layer the util so time runs out, blah blah blah. He explains it. If you guys don't understand it, I'll dumb it down. Essentially, more time, bomb tick, go boom. Util dump back to back. No. Util dump 1, util dump 2 after few seconds after second tap of bomb, and then you util dump again.
Fair dies tower. These three are taking the site. Both of the ults have been wasted. So what are we gonna do? Well, we still have missiles. So holy shit. This is actually great. Let's see what's happening over here. Bob just sitting there. Stun out. Somehow misses the stun here. Gets run down. Dies. The Brim is literally just sprinting over here. Completely out of the play. And that person dies too. 10-8. It felt like an unlosable round, actually. Let's see what happens on the very following.
So is it more than just Fair, Bob? Because it seemed like Brim is also throwing. Is it the whole goddamn team throwing? Because like, because I thought we were watching Raze and Bob. Now it's Zoe stole as well. Zoe stole? I don't even know the guy.
We did see that Neon had an op. I think we all saw that, right? And an impro player typically watching people as they run around at the end of the round. You know, so you definitely want to use some util, especially when you have all this util in this comp. So let's see what they do. It's a good time for your IGL to take a nice jump spot. Oh, well, there goes our smokes. We're going to cook up now. You can see they missile out main. It's actually so fun to watch. They Vice ult because, yeah, like, why not? Let's waste all of our ults on rounds that we can't win. So you can see Bonnie running out of the site. They take the site. Zeke taps the spike, not plants. There's no util blocking about it right now. I just want people to realize that. One more look. He's going to tap the spike.
All in on it?
Not plant safe. Watch Bob's aim.
I guess
tap,
if
tap,
you're
tap.
gonna
I'm just gonna sit in the open. Tap, tap, tap.
Like,
I'll miss a little bit.
tell
Tap, tap, tap.
Zeke
goes back to plant. Gets spam. Now let's watch Ferret in this 1-on-2. I'm getting spammed a little. Let me just jiggle a little bit more. Run around. Oh, spam that. Oh,
what?
Okay. Let's just hit him with the unreal A rush. You know, let's just hit him with it. This is a work of art, quite frankly. So they Teo drone main. They see this op. The Neon dodges the stun, gets a shot. Fair misses. They run up. Now, look at all of this util. Does this look like a good idea to go through this? They have no dish control. They literally have nothing. They're Teo missiles in front of them. Bob is between them. They've stimmed. This Brim is about to molly the other side of this smoke. They don't care.
I've seen some dumb shit before.
You might be wondering, do they actually get out of this?
But not in
So they stun the cross smokes.
Not this.
And Bob decides, hit a timing. Let's go.
My ranked teammates would do this. Oh yeah. No, I've seen this picture before. This is my ranked teammates. This might be my ranked teammates. Yeah, that's the Tejo that's going negative. The guy blinded. He's going like 2-20. That Neon who's flying, not the Neon we're watching. Sorry, the Raze that's on the site is going like 5-10 insta lock Raze. Yeah, yeah. I've seen this picture before. That's me getting a kill at least. Real. You know.
Let's watch Haven just to see, because we could do a side-by-side with Haven, right? Fair played Haven against both teams. So let's just see what he did against Burger Boys here first, real quick. What are they cooking? So you have that stall smoke that everyone always throws on A. So this stall smoke actually allows people to flood in and play the wall. And it really opens things up for the defense. That's why you see people throw this smoke instead of, a flat smoke anywhere in this rectangle I just drew. Sova, aka Practo, peeked short and gets that kill on Fireball. All right, let's see how Fair enters this.
Lord.
So Fair knows Practo went down short. Okay. Fair's cooking. Let's see what he's cooking.
Oh.
Fair gets the kill backside. Not a bad play. Keep in mind, we remember that guy did kill our teammate short and grab a gun. So surely we're going to 3-2 on the smoke, or maybe wait for it to fade. Let's see. 1, 2. That's an idea, but maybe it's just a fluke. Let's see what Bob's cooking. Let's see what she's cooking. FlyQuest Red Superstar played so well against us, you know. Secondary duelist, rotating all over, always at the hits. Let's see the same. Oh, maybe if we slow it down a little bit, it'll be better. Let's check it out. You got this, Bob. Oh. I would say
I can't tell if that's just a bad whiff or
maybe she ran out of mouse pad, but it looks like she doesn't even have a mouse pad. On to the next round. Check out this insane B rush. Now this is of course off of barrier. We're gonna run B. Now, what do you think the top priority would be? You know, Jet has the spike. Maybe you want to smoke the link.
Jet has spike. Oh hell
no. That breach util. Maybe you could do the updraft dash onto top site. I actually saw Fair do that in his collegiate game. Maybe he could ask for a smoke top site and updraft dash on it. Any kind of info util, like the Teo drone backside, stun. Let's see. Pops dash. We gotta break that cam. For sure you gotta break that cam. So, but you gotta miss it first. You gotta get tagged. You gotta go tap, look around, and try to dash out, but oh, you missed another dash. Dang, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. So he misses the dash, dies with the spike. Everyone literally just dies in the smoke. Man, that was a pretty good hit. Let's just see how he enters B one more time. Because against us, he doesn't clear left or right.
Yikes,
so.
yikes.
Damn, this cam!
Can't even shoot the...
Cam! Holy, it's fucking him up. Oh my god. Yes, he did indeed, as the duelist, enter B, look back at the cam, ignore C-Link, ignore backside, ignore everything, and just died in the back.
He didn't even destroy the cam.
What's their A hit look like? So here we go, we're gonna run it down. I like this energy, I like this pace. This is good. So, oh, wait. Did their breach all? Oh, no, they don't got a breach actually. So all good. Let's just keep sending it. Shoots that. Let's just, you know, cloud burst, one-way spawn. High default.
Huh?
All right, now let's see. Good. Let's just keep sending it.
Okay, this is my type of play. I'm just gonna keep fucking sending it for some weird reason. Sure.
You know, cloud burst, one-way spawn. High default.
Okay, to be fair, in that situation, I think I would be so like fucked out of my mind, like annoyed, where it's like, all right, I'm already dead. I might as well just keep pushing and hope to God. But yeah, that's a throw.
All right, now let's see. You know, we do know that guy's on short, chat. Remember, the Jet did break that shield. Let's do a good job clearing that. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Here we go. Oh, close left.
Okay, to be fair, you don't know if he repositioned. So Sean Gayers is saying that calm should have been there, but that person doesn't know if the person that just saw in sewers repositioned deep into sewers or back onto site. And in that guy's defense, I would also probably think he went back towards site since Jet's dead. But I guess nah.
Close left. Didn't expect that. It's only on the pistol round of the second half, so it's not really that important
but then
of a round.
Again,
you know,
I'm also
pistols,
only
bonuses,
a ascendant
rounds.
peaking player. So
oh, break that! Break. Let's check and see if they're there.
Ever peaked ascendant two. So
that's unlucky. That's a bit of a high jiggle though.
Jesus so
Christ,
good,
man. It's insane that this is from one series that had $30,000 bet on it to be a 2-0. Let's go to the next round. We got the breach Teo in a no ult util setup alone on C. This doesn't even really make much sense, truthfully. The Omen is playing solo garage. We can see him, and Fair is playing close B. And Fireball, wait a second. It's 11-4 Fireball. Where are your trips? Where's the cam? What the hell? Wait, we bought? We did buy. Let's put our Cypher solo A. Cypher saved for next, though. So let's see what Fireball's cooking here. Let's get some info real quick with that cam. So now they know the Cypher's on short. Fireball walks away. Let's take a nice little info peek on long here with that Sheriff. You know, it's only a 5-on-4. You know, this could go either way, so I think we should try to get the numbers a little higher. Oh, caught. Got me, bro. Okay, Fireball down. Oh, wait a second, Bob. No, we still could have won the round. It's still... Watch, Bob. This is an attack smoke that clouds out front B. Now, in the pro level, this is kind of scary because, and you can even see there's a ping. There's a defensive ping on the left side of the smoke right there. And so they're aware because you can lurk through either side of this smoke, especially when the other team knows your Cypher's dead. So let's see how Bob approaches this smoke. Let's check it out. Wait.
He 50-50s the smoke with a knife.
Oh, is your gun out? Oh, okay, no, yes. It wasn't out actually. Huh, but someone pinged it. I'm sure you could literally just watch all the rounds. I just kind of cherry picked. I mean, honestly, we're fucking full on cherries at this point. So I'm comparing their match histories, and you can see what I've done here is I've highlighted the odds, the map pick. This is Bob, the FlyQuest Red player on Blue Otter. This is her match history leading up to the match against us on the 6th. You can actually see she lost in Game Changers to the Shopify Gold team the day before. And the day before that, she played a different match and lost. And the day before that, she played 3 matches and won all 3. Four matches. Then you have this game, the game that had the $30,000 bet on it. And here you have Fair's profile. And you can also see, you know, he played the match against us, and then he played a collegiate LAN that he lost to a team called Cumberland Phoenix. And that was days before our game. And then he played another game the day before. And I'm just thinking in my head, how is this possible? Our team is playing so well in scrims. We're in amazing form. Now let's look at what their Haven looked like against us. 1 week later with 0 practice. Let's just switch our comp though, because, you know, we don't have much time to practice, so let's just switch it up. Fair's going B. Maybe he has PTSD about that cam. So Spaz TPs could be a fake TP, could be a real TP. But also, there's only one player that he can account for right now, and it's this Cypher. Technically, the breach could have fault lined from a link right there, or in a site. Okay, now, this is a very important round, by the way. I just want to point that out. They are running a double duelist comp.
Okay, all of this is basically going through the VODs and showing evidence. I'm not quite sure if all the evidence needs to be this long. I wish he would have packaged the evidence just in a little shorter, brief, maybe a little funnier kind of way to be a little bit more entertaining. But obviously, this is very serious to him. So, you know, like, I completely understand why he took the lengths that he took. For me, I'm not gonna watch every evidence. But yeah, it's kind of blatant to see it. So there's a lot of blatant, like, is that BCJ? I didn't even know BCJ was in. Okay, sorry, that threw me so off. Anyways, I'm gonna watch what he has to say at the end, and then we're gonna end it.
But I'll leave that for another day. There are multiple teams that I have a reason to believe are also match fixing within Tier 2. Bray himself has confirmed in DMs that Prosperity and Burger Boys are among the teams that are involved. There are other teams that I believe are working with him too. I think Sad Esports is one of them. I mean, some of the matches that I went over that aren't in this video are crazy. And then you have TSM and Ambrosia on a bet for 134 grand. Everything about that match says something weird is going on, including the fact that there are people in that server that mutually follow back Bray and Cooker. And quite frankly, I think it's unlikely that they're going to be betting, you know, 134 grand on a match that they don't know the outcome of while betting 30 grand on one they do know the outcome of. Now, I don't know if all of these players are guilty or on the in, but what I do know is that as a team, something weird happened, right? And that is proven by my conversation with someone like Practo or Teague, right? These players are singled out. So it doesn't even need to be a whole team that's involved here. And that's something to keep in mind. These players could be getting paid to intentionally underperform. If the odds are right, I don't know. They could be getting paid to do otherwise based on fair, right? I don't know. It sucks to even think this. I have these examples where, Bray literally, I say this, and I've been keeping an eye on this guy, so I even told Kane.
What the fuck? And goodbye, stream. Now we gotta actually stop using these fucking vernaculars. Oh my god, the FaZe boys, man. I don't even know who. I think it was the FaZe boys. I'm pretty sure. Shout out FaZe. Shout out Banks. Yeah. Who god. Yo,
right.
chat
On the 15th, right here, the day that they said they have to move everything to Telegram, I said you better document it all. There are real world impacts and repercussions though from this match fixing and cheating, and I mean that's ultimately why I'm here. Shopify Rebellion Black were the Split 1 champions. That's the team that I general manage for. We were set to continue that success in Split 2. The points slot is very important. There's 2 slots that move up to this Ascension tournament. And that's the only goal of your challengers, to ascend to VCT. One of the slots is the point total. So by getting cheated out of playoffs, our point total now is completely messed up. We go from point leaders by winning Split 1 to now maybe, I don't even know how it's going to end up after Split 2 playoffs. And it just sucks to be in a situation where you're in a do or die scenario for Split 3. You must win Split 3 with all of this shit also going on. That's the world I'm living in, I guess. The team's future is now jeopardized. Innocent players all across Tier 2 are potentially losing their jobs and livelihood and facing career setbacks. There's not that many jobs to go around. And another thing in addition to this is players that probably aren't deserving look incredible because an entire game might be staged. So how can you know if a 30 frag performance is even real? None of
like a Rudy Gobert 28-point game, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Nah, I'm hate watching.
The reputable organizations, salary paying organizations, want to be associated with a competitive scene riddled with match fixing and cheating. I mean, I personally received tons of messages, Chinese VCT orgs asking me if certain players are match fixing. And truthfully, I can't even tell them because I know how many people Bray reached out to. I know that there's no money here. I watch these games and it looks pretty damning, but I'm not going to call out people that I'm not certain of yet. And again, this is why I need the community to help me out here. I know there's so many smart people out there in the community, coaches, analysts, IGLs, that can look through these games and draw awareness to some of the weird stuff that's happening. They can flag some shady behavior in the scene. And I don't know, maybe we can get tips on more ways that this is happening.
His voice is so goddamn soothing. Plus the music and everything. Oh my god, I'm actually going to bed after this.
Because it's not just these two.
Getting so tired.
There's other people also sending messages to these players. And unfortunately, I didn't even find out about those guys until it was too late. Since the news broke, Shuffle.com suspended Tier 2 Valorant bet.
Wow.
But, as you can see, it's back. And even when it was suspended, Bray continued contacting players, but deleted everything off of his Twitter in the meantime. So it's very hard for people to come into this and track what has been going on. Riot knows about these issues, and I've been communicating with them directly, going all the way back to the morning of May 7th. But as a multi-billion-dollar corporation, they probably are going to look in their best interest for their bottom line, and they're going to move a lot slower in their investigation than I would like. Now, crypto and Telegram make this incredibly hard to trace, and that's part of the reason why I think you need to move fast in things like this, because once people know you're onto them, it becomes exponentially harder to catch this.
I can really
so more than ever,
what I'm gonna edit this video is gonna be looking crazy.
So we can catch individual players that are.
You wanna know why my lazy eye goes crazy? It's because when I get super tired, it's like, you know what I mean? I'm like zoning out. I'm sorry, Sean Garris, by the way. Great video.
Cheating or doing weird things. You have overview shots of scenarios, and thankfully, Anna Donlan announced that's coming out in September. But man, if we had it now, it would be incredible for something like this. We need better anti-cheat software. Vanguard needs to be updated, and punishments absolutely.
I've been saying this for so goddamn long. Okay. Valorant, when are you going to add a replay system? It would be so easy to detect cheaters, for players to detect cheaters for you. Like, please. And it'd be so helpful to VOD review, to also see if people are match fixing, to see if they are throwing at certain points in the goddamn game. Like, we've been asking for a replay system for goddamn how long, right? And you have it for League. You have it for, somehow you have it for, I think, TFT. I don't know how you have a VOD system for TFT. I know you can go watch a friend's match in TFT, but I don't know. I forget if you can VOD review in TFT. I think you can, but that doesn't matter. You have one for League. How hard is it to do it for Valorant? Like, explain to me with that. Please give us a goddamn replay system. And I heard apparently does mobile have a replay system? Like, does that make sense? Why the fuck would a phone player, not even a phone player, but like an iPad kid need like a replay system? Like, okay.
Need to be given to the players that undermine the integrity of this game. There's a lot of suspicious stuff that I haven't been able to include in this video. A lot of stuff has come to me after I sent out that Twitter video, and I'm very thankful for the people in the community that took that risk to send it to me. Even the people that, don't want this shared, I have respected those wishes, and there's a lot that's happening behind the scenes regarding that stuff. Thank you so much to everyone that's worked with me, Teague, Procto, and like I said, what you see in this video isn't everything. This is the top of the rabbit hole. We're going to need to zoom out and see the root cause, but that's for another day.
I mean, super good. Nothing else to say. Yeah. Sean Garris. Beautiful video. Kind of wish you packaged it just a little shorter, but it's obviously a huge, huge deal to you. It's really big for the community and everything else, so yeah, I completely understand why you wanted to, elaborate and go into full length detail. Yeah, anyways, I don't really have a take on this. I do. I think people who sold out should get punished. I think that if you sold out for that much money, it's kind of crazy. The money was obviously a lot, but it's just like long-term investment in yourself, you know what I mean? Like, why sell out when you could have, like, you know what I mean? Believe in yourself. That's all I gotta say. And also believe in the system that you put yourself in. Like, if you don't believe in tier 2 Valorant, then why are you in it? Give the opportunity to someone who does. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't believe in it, right, and you're doing these match fixes to get extra cash, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's people that would die for that position just to play that game and just to get their opportunity to show out, right? And I don't know, you're wasting those players' times and just so much more, and it's selfish. And well, I hope the Riot I know they're doing an investigation, so I hope that it goes well. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna get punished or not, but yeah, hopefully it stops. Hopefully, people finally learn. But I can't imagine people will ever learn their lessons, because money makes people do crazy things. So yeah, I can already tell my lazy eye went crazy tonight. That's why I'm closing my eye, because I don't even want to, you know what I mean? Anyways, YouTube, you guys liked that video, like and subscribe. Twitch,